Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel for this week's budget with me. I have been using more stickers and trying to make the planner look a little more nice, and I am absolutely loving how it's turning out. So first things first, I add on a nannying day for income. And then we can flip. You'll see that I already have the second week filled out as well, but we're just going to focus on the first week. One thing that I am doing differently is tracking my income as well in the expense tracker. I think that will be a good way to account for any changes that may happen during the week. But one thing I do need to do is try to start using it as I go, or because you can see I have all the income in one spot. Or I just need to make sure that when I am filling it out, I'm using the numbers I got paid for real, not the estimated numbers I wrote down in the original calendar. So for starters, I go through and start adding up my groceries and dining out. I want to try to figure out a way to start planning my budget in just this planner instead of doing the Living While Spending Less planner to do my weekly income. So I'm just experimenting this month. I try putting my weekly income in the checklist area, then I just start putting it in the savings area, and you can see I end up writing the dining out on the dot grid page for week 1, and the dining out was $105.68 for this week. One thing that I wish more budget planners did was have the expense budget actual layout without pre-filling in topics, because one thing that I could do is perhaps go week by week with my dining out and grocery budget instead of once per month. But I do think it's important for me to track how much money I have left versus how much money I've spent. So it's all kind of stressful. So the way I end up doing it is going through and filling out the items in the grid that I spent money on. So I'm adding up the groceries here, and I put it in the area beneath the groceries and dining out section. Under week 1, I spend $230 on groceries for the week. So I go ahead and fill that in that section, and I would probably either choose to designate certain sections on this grid or use the dot grid pages. For this month, it's going to be split between the two just to experiment with what styles work for me. And next up, I have some parking that I had to pay for. That was $4. And I also had to spend $30 on fuel this week. Fuel is another category that I need to add up every week, but I have a monthly budget for, so I need a section for that as well. One other thing I am experimenting with is making sure to use up all the space I have on this page by jotting down different things. I was accidentally double charged for my meal plan because the first payment had been rejected, and they both put it through, like tried to process that order one more time, which went through, and I had gone in and manually fixed it, so it ended up charging me twice. So I had to email them, but for now it's in there as something I spent money on. I also decided to jot down a win and a lose of the week. So my win for this week was that I saved 50 cents per gallon on gas because of my Ralph's card. And I also got to add a couple nannying dates, which was a lifesaver. The lose was obviously the being double charged, but that's going to be reversed and it's not going to be a problem. So in order to keep track of the amount that I've spent versus the amount that I've earned, I went ahead and subtracted the expenses from the total income. So I have $100 going into next week. Thank you for bearing with me as I am experimenting with my new style. And if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye.